Hey everybody, Sharon here from GameReact.com. Here we are today back in Dragon Ball The Breakers, going for the So Many People, So Little Time achievement. This is to consume 5 civilians in a single game. This one's going to be done in an online game. This one has to be done from the Raider side, so make sure you choose that as your role. Now, once you get into the game, you're going to start out as your base form, and your goal to get this achievement is to basically try to ignore the survivors and just go for civilians. So, civilians are going to appear in caves or buildings, so just make sure you look for whatever's available in your area. So, hopefully, you find a civilian right off the bat, as finding civilians and consuming them is going to be how you fill up your transformation meter. Now, once you do find a civilian, in order to consume them, all you have to do is just hold the Y button and then you should eat them, and that's basically going to fill up your transformation meter as a result. Now, you are definitely going to want to try to find civilians in the early game, as you definitely want to try to evolve to stage 2 the fastest you can. The reason for that is once you get to stage 2, your character should be way more mobile, as you're going to unlock the ability to fly. You can also destroy buildings, which is also going to be a big help when trying to look for more civilians. So once you get to stage 2, make sure you do take advantage of this and fly around and then try to look for civilian dense areas. Civilians can appear in caves and buildings, so make sure you check the cave systems, check the cities and the villages, and then just look around. Make sure you use your powers to destroy the buildings, and then you should reveal any civilians inside if you're too lazy to take the door. You kind of want to be a little careful with the multi-level buildings, as if you blow up a building and a survivor isn't on the ground floor, you are just going to kill them without consuming them. That's also going to be true if you do plan on blowing up any sectors. Make sure you are very careful with that. Blowing up a sector is just going to kill all of the civilians there without adding to your transformation meter, hence not counting for this achievement. So make sure you try to avoid that, as you definitely want to try to have as many civilians on the map as possible. Remember, you are competing against the survivors who are trying to rescue the civilians. Thankfully, there should be enough civilians to go around the map for both you and all of the survivors, so you should be able to get this achievement, and you should definitely get it if you are focused strictly on trying to consume the civilians instead of trying to play against the survivors. You can also take advantage of the civilian radar, which you can pull out of an item box, but honestly, because the radar is going to move so quickly, thanks to the flight ability, you shouldn't need it. But nonetheless, once you do manage to consume 5 civilians in the same game, you should be good for this achievement. 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.